Tatty, Ratty by Helen Cooper. Tatty Ratty was lost again. "When did you see him last?" said Mom. "In the kitchen," sniffed Molly. "And then on the bus." "And after that? And after the bus?" groaned Mom. "I don't know," sobbed Molly. "Let's look for him," said Mom. So they went and looked in the usual places, the sorts of places they found him before, under the sofa, behind the bed, but they couldn't see a whisker or a paw of him. Mom called the bus company. "No, we haven't found anything yet," said the man on the phone. "What are we going to do?" wailed Molly. "I can't sleep without Ratty Tatty." "You can sleep with us, so you won't be lonely," said Mom. "Tatty Ratty will be lonely on the bus," worried Molly. "Maybe he'll hop off," whispered Dad. "He might," said Molly, snuggling down. "He'll find a train and drive it home." "Will he wear a uniform?" murmured Dad. "Not a whole uniform," Molly yawned. "When I first got him, he had blue buttons. That's all he needed." "Tatty Ratty is driving a train," Dad told Mom the next morning. "Not anymore," said Molly. "He's having porridge with the 3 bears. He's eating and getting fat." But that night at bath time, Molly said, I want Tatty Ratty." "Isn't he with the 3 bears?" said Mom. "Not anymore," said Molly. "He ate so much his stuffing hurt. Now he's coming home with Cinderella." Said Mom. "She'll clean him up. She'll mend all his holes and brush his fur." "He won't like it," warned Molly. Molly knew what Tatty Ratty would do. He'd bite Cinderella if she brushed his fur. He'd scrabble and scuttle right through the window and bounce down a mountain into the sea. She told Mom what would happen. "What a bad rabbit," said Mom. "Well, at least he'll be clean, but I hope he can swim." Molly said, "Pirates will save him. He'll sail on their boat and peep at their treasure and sneak a look at their secret map, and then he'll know the way home." It was time for bed, but Molly said, "I won't sleep without Tatty Ratty." "He's busy reading the map," said Mom. "Not anymore," said Molly. "The pirates didn't like sharing their map, so they strung him up by his bunny ears." "He'll find a way to escape," said Mom. "He always does." "A dragon will save him," said Dad. It'll swoop down just like this and lift Tatty Ratty like this, Molly yelled. He'll be cold in the sky. He'll grow more fur, said Dad. Molly growled. Will he come home on the dragon? Not when you're making all that noise, said Dad. Dragons like peace and quiet. So where will they go? Said Molly. They'll fly to the moon, said Dad. And will the man in the moon be there? Oh, indeed he will, said Dad. He'll roll Tatty Ratty in moon dust till his fur turns sugary white. He'll like that, murmured Molly. Molly dreamed of a spaceship. It belonged to the man in the moon, and it zoomed across the sky with Tatty Ratty riding inside. The spaceship hovered over Molly's town, and Tatty Ratty bailed out. Soon he drifted down and down, but before he landed, Molly woke. Molly told Mom her dream. That means he's almost home, sighed Mom. If you close your eyes and go to sleep, we'll find him when the sun comes up. The sun came up very early. I'm sure he's here somewhere, yawned Mom. Remember, he might look different, yawned Dad. Yes, he'll be wearing his buttons, said Molly, and that porridge will have made him fat. He'll be very clean and fluffy, said Mom. I know, said Molly, but he'll still be Tatty Ratty. There were a lot of rabbits. What about this one? Said Dad. That's not Tatty Ratty, said Molly. Maybe this one? Said Mom. Don't be silly, said Molly. Look, shouted Molly. He's pricked up his ears. He's lovely and white. He's smiling at me. About time, too, whispered Tatty Ratty.